Hitman, Holla, Ill Will. Y'all deserve a sitting ovation. I would stand, but then that's gonna fuck up the dynamic of the bit. Fuck that. What's up, YouTube? I'm back again. If you're wondering where I've been permanently tired. Sorry, I got stuff going on. I ain't Jay Black. I ain't all these other niggas. I got shit to do. I'm still working. I got a 9 to 5. I'm sorry, but I'm back now. And I watched Hitman versus Ill Will. And I thought it was fire. I'm slamming something on the ground. And it was fire. Thank you to both of them brothers. As a fan, it's nice to see a battle that's like a main event caliber actually act like a main event. So often we get main events that's like, you know, these bitches just in anything. You know, a lot of things in life don't be what you think it's going to be. In this battle rap shit, a lot of these dream matches don't be dreamy. They don't deliver, or they're one-sided and they're not what you thought. I can't tell you, I was disappointed. Even as a nigga who's not a Hollow fan, I was disappointed in Twerk and Hollow. I feel like Twerk won that bitch easy, right? Not that that was the main event, but it was something like that. It was a match battle niggas were looking forward to, and shout out to Twerk. He did his thing, but he won convincingly, and I don't really think that's gotta happen. Like, every battle's not gonna be some back and forth, super debatable, but you kind of want them to be. Like, no one wants a big match just to have a clear winner. No one really wants that, right? Shout out to Hitman Holla. Shout out to Ill Will. Shout out to ARP for dropping that bitch a week. What's it been, a week? It's been 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks. Was it last weekend? I think it was last. I don't fucking know. It's too much shit going. There's a lot of shit going. I feel like Rum Nitty and Jazz battled last weekend, so it had to be 2 weekends ago. But still, shout out to them. Now, let's get into it, though. Y'all know me. I come up here. It's been a while since I really reviewed a battle. I think the last battle I really took the time to seriously review was a Hitman battle. That's crazy. I think that was Heezy. I like to come up here and talk. I don't have a lot of notes, bars. I got some bars. I mostly like to give my perspective of how the battle went. I want y'all to actually go and watch it again. Hopefully you hearing me talk about it is going to make you want to go watch it again. That's kind of what my point is. I don't really take a lot of notes because unless I just feel like it's really important to that battle, and I probably will watch it again, and maybe I should, but I just hear me out for a second, because I don't really want to talk about the bars. I really want to talk about how the battle went for me. How it went for me was, it was fire. Shout out to Will. Shout out to Hitman. I noticed a lot of different stuff in this battle, and I noticed that Hitman and Ill Will were more alike as far as their styles than I thought. Like, both of them depend so much on how they deliver it to you. And I know that's kind of everybody. You know, it's not what you say, is how you say it. People always tell you that. My mom used to tell me that. It's not what you say, is how you say it. Be careful how you tell somebody something, right? Same thing with rappers. These battle rappers, it's not really the bars you say, it's how you deliver them. A lot of niggas just got a strong delivery. Niggas like Twerk know how to deliver shit. Hitman, Will, these niggas know how to deliver bars. So, like, we'll react to anything they say. It takes a real strong mind to, like, look through that and say, okay, was that fire or not? Right? And sometimes we'll still think it's fire just because how you said it. But I realized that, to me, both of these guys are heavily dependent on how they say things. 2 things stood out to me, though. One is what I just said. Really 3 things. 1 is what I just said. 2 is that I noticed that if I'm stumbling. I noticed that if they're so dependent on how they say things, this matchup was going to be dependent. Who won was going to be dependent on who did something different, right? Who did something more? Who outpunched who out-rapped who? Because y'all both are heavily relying on how you speak and how you deliver what you're saying. So what else are you going to do? Are you going to do something different than what he's doing? Are you going to be better at this other topic? Because they're both kind of one in delivery and presence and all that shit. They both have that. Ill Will has crazy presence on stage. So does Hitman, obviously. We know he missed the crowd control. That could be another name for him, right? Presence is crazy. Speaking of crowd control, that crowd in the room was crazy. They wouldn't shut the fuck up. I wanted to punch one of them niggas. Anyway, I noticed that. I noticed what I said about the delivery. I noticed who was going to do something more other than the delivery. And 3, I noticed how much Hitman talked about himself. Let me get into that, because I'm going to just jump straight into it. if you don't care about the fact that Hitman, to me, and I'm going to rewatch it. If you don't care that much that, to me, Hitman spent most of the first, second, and third round talking mostly about himself. If you don't care about that, then he probably won this battle 3-0. He probably won every round. I think he out-rapped Will. Will had a lot of fire bars. So did Hitman, though. Even though a lot of them weren't directed toward him. Some of them were, and some of them was fire. But it's like the first, second, and third round, it's just a lot of me. It's a lot of money talk, which I don't really mind, but I understand why people don't like it from Hitman. And I'm going to get into that. It's a lot of money talk. It's a lot of pay-per-view sales. It's a lot of my career. How you talk? I can't talk like St. Louis niggas. My career. It's a lot of my career accolades. It's a lot of everything I've accomplished. It's a lot of my stock in RB. Every round was a lot of him. And my problem with that is, like, battle rap, the point of it is to verbally assault your opponent. You're here to verbally beat the shit out your opponent. You are here to discredit him and make him look bad verbally. They say, what's the point of the battle? To make the fans look at your opponent different in a not a great way, like a negative way. I'm not saying either one of them did that, but Hitman for sure didn't do that. He spent a lot of battle talking about him. Listen, his bars were fire. If you don't care that Hitman spent 75% of the battle bars about himself and his career and his accolades and how he doesn't measure up, but not really saying why. I mean, I guess we know why. But if you don't mind that, Hitman out-rapped him. He outperformed him. And he had fire bars. Hitman was rapping in that room. Niggas be saying Hitman can't rap. We saw it versus the Easy battle. He can rap. He can get into the different pockets. He's like that now. Hitman was in a whole nother zone. So was Will. Will was fire. But Will was talking more to Hitman. I just don't feel like Hitman was he was talking to him, but he was talking about himself. If you don't mind that, I got Hitman 3-0. I think this can be debated if you have a problem with the fact that, to me, he didn't talk to Will a lot. He mentioned, what he said? I'm not the last nigga you battled on Max Out. Didn't you see what I got off the showroom floor? I look like a Jag type of nigga because he battled Jag, but I think that was the first Max Out. I don't think that was his last Max Out, but whatever. The point is, Hitman had a lot of fire shit. Another one he had real quick. He said the polls had me losing. Some get off my dick. I felt like I was blind. I felt some type of way reading that shit. Because, blind people feel Braille. He said he felt some type of way that shit's fire. That shit was fire. Oh, my God, that was so hard. Right? Hitman was crazy. Will got busy, too. Will had a lot. He had that Gremlin in the trunk bar. He had the opening line with, I felt like Bishop at the funeral. Like, he had shit. Like, I just think Hitman was a little better. I just wish Hitman talked to Ill Will. And that's kind of my thing, is like, you talked to him, but did you talk to him? Like, what did you say about him? You said some stuff. That first round, he brought up how, I guess he boycotted some madness, and that's the reason why Ill Will got booked. Okay, that was cool. The first round the first round might have been where he did the most talking to Will about Will. Because he touched on that. He touched on, you got booked because I wasn't on the card, because I didn't want to be, and I made your career, some shit like, he brought up some other shit like that. That was cool. The first round, and I got him winning the first round too. Also, I feel like Hitman rapped long, but that might have just been crowd reaction. I'm not going to hold you. It might have just been crowd reaction. But the battle itself was fire. It lived up to the main event status, but like, just straight off material, bars, performance, I want to give Hitman the victory. It's just like, Hitman, you said a lot of stuff you really just talked about your career most of the battle. And I don't know, it's different. Because if we're really supposed to be looking at your opponent different, but you spent most of the battle talking about how great you were, I guess you can say we can compare the two and see that you're better than him, but I don't think I think you should have went about it. I just wish you had a little bit more, because to me, that's what makes this debatable. This is a dope battle, but if Hitman had the same performance and same bars, not same bars, because you need different material, but bars that hit the same, just more direct toward Ill Will, this would be a 30 piece, like, not clear, but in a way, yeah. This battle reminds me of Bad News versus Geechee or Loso versus T-Top, where one of the guys is just fire. Like, he's fire. Or fucking Loso versus Chess. Damn, Loso got a lot of bitches. Loso does have a lot of battles like that. Battles where they're crazy. Loso got crazy versus T-Top. He got crazy versus Chess. You can debate he didn't win a round, though. You can debate Loso versus T-Top versus the second round. Just because, you know, the angles about T-Top and a lot of people feel like that. You can debate the second round. But still, like, there's a lot of times there's battles where guys are just on another level to where one guy performs really well and he could have beat damn near anybody that night, but he couldn't beat the nigga he battled that night. Ill Will could have beat a lot of niggas that night. He did. I don't think he beat Hitman. I think it's debatable because, again, Hitman talked about himself most of the battle. That's what happened. Go watch the battle. Tell me Hitman didn't talk about himself 75% of the battle. He had some shit in the first. He had a lot of shit in the first round about Will in his career. And throughout the battle, he talked directly to him. He had some fire shit. It's just, to me, can I, like, material-wise, watching it, I didn't feel like Hitman lost. There's only one person I felt like lost, but at the same time, can I give that battle to him if you didn't talk enough to Will? I don't know. It's tricky. If you don't care about that and you just strictly care about the material and the bars and the rap, Hitman, I got Hitman 3-0, first, second, and third. Again, his rounds did seem slightly long, but they really might have just been crowd reaction. And I get it. They had St. Louis in the building. Of course, it was a gas station. But, hey, it is what it is. You knew that going in, right? Shout out to those guys, man. It was fire. Shout out to Will. Will got I don't know. This might mess up his champion of the year run. Because, I mean, not too many are just bashing him for the loss because it's Hitman and it was a dope battle. And maybe there's an aspect of Will's lyrics I don't get. Because I will admit, I like Ill Will, but he's one of my favorites to watch, but a nigga be like, who's one of your favorite battle rappers? I don't really say Ill Will, right? He's a lot of what makes him great is his setups. You never really know where he's going, so you kind of react based off, wow, I didn't expect him to say that. You know, some niggas have a setup, we know where they going, but it still was fire, and they delivered it right. Their delivery is good. Will, you never really know where he's going with his shit, so you kind of react anyway, whether it's hot or not. And his setups can sometimes be better than the punches. They also can sometimes be a little too long for me. That's just me. And Hitman to me is a lot more to the point. Will's a bit of a slower build-up kind of guy sometimes. And then until he gets in that pocket where he can really just go and, you know, getting in your ass. Pause. That was crazy. But that's pretty much it. It was fire. It lived up to the hype. It wasn't the battle. I figured it'd be the first battle that dropped. It wasn't the battle I wanted. You know, I want to see Verb and A-Ward. I can't wait to talk about that bitch. But it was fire. It's good to see a main event that niggas perform at a main event level. I'm trying to figure out. I'm gonna say this for another video. I'm gonna go ahead and try to end this right here. Cause niggas on URLs, they mad and this and that. I know I'm a little late, but Twerk and ARP going at it. I'm like, come on, man. Twerk talking about 80% of the fucking people on Max Out 3 was URL bred talent. I'm like, there's like 11 battles on that bitch. The first 5, I don't even know them niggas. I don't even know half the motherfuckers on there. And even if that's true, which is not, because the only people that was on the Max Out 3 card that made their name, that blew up off URL was who? Verb, Calico, what else? Who else folks on that card? Verb, Calico, Hitman, Will. It's like 4 niggas. And maybe Goods. I feel like Goods was around pre-URL, but I don't really know. So probably we'll say Goods too. That's 5. Got like 20 battlers on that bitch. 11 battles. That's 20 plus battlers. So that's not even, Twerk is not good at math. Niggas just be hating. I'm gonna make a whole video about them URL niggas because like, that shit corny. But shout out to ARP, shout out to Max 3, man. Max Out 3. The battle was fire. I do wish Hitman was a little more direct. He talked about, and why does Hitman think that niggas like be slandering his name? Like, and like, he get mad when the fans get mad when they talk about money. Hitman, let me explain something to you. And you probably will never see this. But then again, you might. You might. Because I be watching you and you take what niggas say on camera to heart. Niggas don't slander you. I don't think Hitman takes criticism well. The reason why the fans don't like when you talk about money and don't care when niggas like goods or somebody do it, not that I don't think he put goods in that, but I'm just saying, the reason why that is because you came up like as Hitman Holla, like the battle rapper, at least in our eyes, right? Just the battle rapper. Before Wildin' Out, before all this other fame, before you was on the Shade Room, before you had, you know what I'm saying? Like you was Hitman Holla, the battle rapper. The same as the rest of these niggas. You've blown up and become something bigger than that. And we, niggas appreciate and respect that. But you blew up. You was just like us. Then you blew up. Start making more money. And now you come back and you talk that money shit to us. The culture. And it's like, why are you trying to shit on us? That's how it looks. Imagine and I'm not saying I agree or disagree. I'm saying this is why. Imagine growing up with your homie. And y'all grew up in the same hood doing the same shit. He got famous, blew up. He come back in the hood, and every time he come back, he talking about how he living, how good he living. Congratulations. But your homies who still broke in the hood don't want to hear you constantly talk about how good you living. You was just here with us a year ago, and now you shitting on us and talking about how you got more money than us. Like, congratulations, you did something, but why are you shitting on us when you come from here? And that's how it comes off. You wasn't always talking big money shit because you probably didn't have the big money to talk about, right? Or at least not on the level you got it now. That's why niggas don't like you talking about money. Because you came from the trenches with us. But you blew up and now you come back to the trenches shitting on us because we don't have what you have. That's what it is. It's not like... That's why niggas don't like hearing that money shit from you. It'd be fire. But it's like, you not a nigga who's been talking about that, so it's viewed different. That's all. And I think Hitman Holla don't take criticism well. A nigga could say... he lost a round, and he gonna be like, man, the whole world against me. The whole world, niggas don't fuck with him, but I ain't tripping. Look, if you got that Michael Jordan shit in you, where you gotta twist shit in your head to make you think niggas hate you and niggas don't fuck with you to perform like how you perform versus Ill Will, then keep doing what you do. But niggas not against you, Hitman. Some niggas they might be hating, but from what I see online, you just don't take criticism well. But shout out to Hitman, shout out to Ill Will. Crazy battle. I got Hitman 3-0, I guess. But it's a lot more debatable if you look at it from a, did you talk to Will enough? I really don't think he talked to Will enough. And Will talked to him. Right? Go watch the battle. It's fire. It should be at 1 million views pretty fucking soon. Shout out to Max out. Shout out to RBE. I'm inside for the day. It's Saturday. And I got another video coming after this, man. Y'all subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel. Like the video. Comment. Go up out, man. I'll see y'all.